At the 600, Dan's Island the leader. Midas Touch is second, a length and a half away. Doubtful Jack. Nolan hasn't gone yet on the great mare, Black Caviar. She's creeping into it. Tracked up by Playing God Elo, Precedent, Southern Speed and Efficient. Now they're on the swing. Black Caviar within a length of the leader, which is now Midas Touch, who claimed Dan's Island into the straight. Now Black Caviar, the awesome racehorse, races to the front. She's kicked away now. She's home. She's 3 lengths clear. Playing God is running on. Southern Speed is making ground, but the pride of Australia is the greatest show on earth. Black Caviar won it by 3 lengths to Southern Speed, Playing God, and then either Elo, Doubtful Jack or Midas Touch across the track. Dan's Island in behind them, and then Precedence and Efficient last throughout.
Black Caviar winning the CF Orr Stakes back in 2014. That'll be early now, 2010, I believe.
How do you go that fast and not look like you're trying?
I know. Impressive to watch. The Mighty Mare, she's very good. Not many horses give you goosebumps. She was one of them, I suppose.
Yes. That one was that was just amazing.
But yeah, Group 1 racing is back. Tomorrow, the Autumn Carnival it creeps up in you. It doesn't. We knew it was coming, but now it's here. Group 1 racing, the traditional first Group 1 of the year with the CF Orr Stakes over the 1,400 metres at Caulfield. We'll kick off down. First of all, Beaver, midweek, we did all right.
We did okay.
We weren't all that confident.
Question mark day.
We got the track right, and we got a few winners there. A few were well back too, so if people jumped on early, hopefully some returns, I should say.
Yes.
But we should look to the future, I guess, and we'll start at Caulfield with the feature meeting there. They've had 50 mil of rain, and it's a good 4 at the moment, so storm's expected tomorrow, but I'm thinking it will play pretty well. Play like Caulfield. This time last year, Hanseatic won from the back at the same meeting. The rest was all pretty much on pace, but that's Caulfield for you to play. That's the way I've approached a meeting, and hopefully 9 winners to be found. Should we kick off in the first over the 1,400 metres, benchmark 84? And I guess the big question here, Beaver, is what do you do with Mystery Shot?
Yeah, it's a bit of a worry, isn't it?
Yeah.
So good last prep. Gave nothing first up, which puts a massive question mark over Mystery Shot. If it got back to its best form, you'd think it was a chance, but it's going to be $5 to find out.
Yeah. Are you going to find out, or are you going to...
I think REGARDSMAREE is flying at the moment. Probably should be unbeaten this preparation, so probably as good a form as Mystery Shot, to be honest. And we know one's in form and we know the other isn't, and that's probably why the price difference. For me, I'll be going REGARDSMAREE. I probably think that's a pretty good bet to get off to a nice start to the day.
Yeah, same for me. I think we'll start off with REGARDSMAREE. If you're getting $5 or $6 for Mystery Shot, I don't think I'll lose on it. I'll try and make sure I get even, because blinkers go on. Might not have handled the straight. It's sort of too bad to be true, so I've got to at least give it one more chance. Outside of that, I guess Imperial Lad's honest and will be on pace, but I think REGARDSMAREE is a great start to the day.
100%.
We get to the 2-year-olds. The 2-year-old picture is hotting up as we head towards both the Diamond and then the Slipper on the horizon. The girls over the 1,100 metres leads us off, though, and good race. Good race here. Got plenty of notes. Do you have an opinion before I get into mine?
Look, not so sure. It is a good race.
Interesting race,
Interesting race. It's very open. You've got the favourite that's won, and outside of that, a couple of others that won that are a bit down in the market, but not much else. So, that reason, I found it really hard to line the form up, and I couldn't tip anything with any confidence. It was a good win. The favourite first up, won by 3 lengths impressively, was only moderately in the market.
Yeah.
So it was interesting. It obviously ran potentially better than expected, maybe not. But if it backs that up, it's probably going to win this.
Yeah, well, I thought it had the perfect run to get a drop on the leader. It started longer than Lady Audrey, who came through the same race and had to cover ground, sat outside lead, and did tail it, obviously. But I'm just... With so many of them tied together, I just looked for some value, and I thought the other blue colours, Telluride, was a great win at Moonee Valley. You're getting, I think, still $12 there, double figures.
Yep.
And the way it chimed in there, $14. I think it just chimed in well. It jumped well, got snagged, and then flew home. And I think further up in distance to 1,100 suits it. And Bossy might be primed for a big day with Sir Dragonet later in the day. So just happy to play each way there. few others around it. Piccaroni's been honest, got towed by Arturius, who might be favourite for the time and the way it went.
Yeah,
a few weeks
probably
back.
wasn't in the better. It probably wasn't in the best going.
No, that's
so
right.
It may be, consider that when you're having a bet in this race, because its first start win was okay. So it's certainly the blue colours look to be hardest to beat in this.
Yeah, and then a couple, like I said, I mentioned Lady Audrey, who's 20s, and you might be able to forgive that first run. And Scorched Earth just was given no chance on debut in the Clockwise Classic, and has trialled up pretty well for this. Again, double figures around there. But my best result will be Telluride. As we head towards the boys now, over the same distance. And what do you think here? We've got the obvious with General Bow, and we got the good one coming from Geelong.
Yeah, good. Nice little race, this one. General Bow was good first. It was good first preparation, good first up. Did sit behind the lead and get a good run through on the rails. So well ridden.
Which was the place to be that day as well.
It was the place to be. So got all the favours. But it's going to get another good run here tomorrow. So certainly hardest to beat. I just went for Jigsaw. Thought it was a great debut, as you just mentioned. It beat Arturius on debut, who then won very well and ran good times. So and plus has jumped out well. So for me, I did tip General Bow last up, but I'm going to switch here, which makes me nervous, to Jigsaw.
Yeah, I've just got the feeling General Bow's been the big fish in the small pond, and I just waiting for the bigger one to come along and gobble it up at the moment. And I could be wrong, but I'm just thinking it's had that Jigsaw might be that. The time wasn't great on debut, but it just went around in second gear and beat, like we said, Arturius.
Yeah.
And then the trial was fantastic coming back before this, and I think it just bounces straight across from gate 9 on pace, and we'll give nothing else a chance here. And,
I mean, even Extreme Warrior, it was pretty good behind General Bow.
Yeah, that's right.
Half a length, and it sat 3 and 4 wide most of the trip.
Yep.
So it could certainly turn the tables as well.
I'm just thinking the different forms to go there, and we're both on the same page.
Yeah, top 4 look to have it between them, but yeah, I just went for Jigsaw.
The Group 2 Autumn Stakes over the 1,400 metres comes up next. The return of some of the Derby horses out of the awful Derby. I'm going to go away from a lot of this stuff. I'm going to go for the 2 lightly raced ones. First of all, It's Our Time was a big win. I think it's still double figures. You got the markets there.
Yeah, just under.
Just under. It's Our Time won against a mad bias last time at Sandown. And he just looks a good up-and-comer, and I'm going to go with Jet Propulsion, who comes through the Peltzer form, Sydney form. That's top Sydney form, which we'll talk about later. We're going to see plenty of it in action tomorrow. And 2 each-way bets there that I'm happy to have, just away from Amish Boy's never been a horse I've found. I don't really know what that restricted Gold Coast races are, and everything out of the Derby. That was a very average Derby in awful time, and I'm happy not to touch any of it. What about yourself?
Yeah, I got down to 2 as well. Jet Propulsion was one of those. Similar reasons to you. First up, good Sydney form, so I certainly think it can be prominent in this race. And I kind of had that on top, but I couldn't rule out Young Werther.
Okay, yeah.
I know, this is completely different to the Derby.
Yeah.
And it's fresh. It was extremely good its first fresh run last time. And it's only had the 3 starts. I think it's obviously more suited back to a shorter trip. So I suspect I'll be looking more at 1,600 to 2,000 for this horse this prep. And this is a good leader and start into that. So if it's as good as what we thought it might be last prep, it's going to give an almighty shake in this. So I won't be letting it get under me guard.
Yeah, and what you see a lot, I know I've sort of bagged the Derby, but what you see is a lot of these horses are trained as stayers just for a Derby and come back and aren't, and they work it out. And
I'm not sure Young Werther was to start with.
No.
I think it had its first start and went like a bomb.
Yeah.
So they just went, we've got something here. Second start should have won.
Yeah.
And didn't.
And they had the issues because they went straight from...
and then they had the issues and they
time
couldn't
off
start
and
it. Time off, and they didn't just have the kilometres in the legs to win that race.
Yep.
We kind of sort of knew that. I think this is a quality horse as long as it comes back after that last run. I suspect it's the best horse in this race.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't disagree. The Kevin Hayes Stakes for the fillies over the 1,200 metres comes up in race 5, one of our favourites, La Mexicana's the benchmark. Is Pinkham better, is it, or are you sticking with the tried and true here?
Well, I'm going to go tried and true because La Mexicana is a horse, as you know, that I've been on pretty much every start. And for that reason, I can't switch. Pinkham's only had the one start, won well, trialled well, but it's got a better quality horse against it tomorrow.
Yes.
It's not going to have it. It's got to come across from 10 compared to 2. I mean, if it was drawn in 2, you'd probably think it'd have to be odds on. So, look, La Mexicana's a good horse.
Hindam beat La Mexicana before going out last prep. You're getting double figures as well, so probably a saver there. I think La Mexicana for me is the obvious starting point as well. The Pinkham trial was sensational, but there's always that niggle of what does that mean actually coming to town?
Yep.
And I don't think I could take even money. I think it was odds on last night. It's drifted now. I couldn't touch that. Whether La Mexicana is backed against it will be interesting, but I think we've covered both of them there.
What did you think of La Mexicana's first up run?
It came down. It was good, softish in the end. Came through exactly the same spot that General Bow did, and ridden by exactly the same jockey. She obviously had the measure of the track that day. Yeah, can you really be wrapped given all that? I'm not sure.
I wasn't wrapped in the run.
I just think it was job done. I think it was like
I think it was job
first
done.
Up, it got out of the way.
I would have liked to see it win by more, but it was against some decent horses in Miss Albania who had exceptional form coming into that race.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Going in, from what I don't listen to a lot of the trainer talk and that, but from what I heard that morning, that was she was well underdone for that race. That was a kick-off point. They weren't banking on a win as such. So I think she'll be better out to 12 and better for the run.
And winning a maiden at Seymour and then stepping up to weekend is not easy.
Oh, that's right.
And both those barrier trial and that run was on soft track.
That price is off the the barrier trial. It has to be because
and it's soft track. So it's got to do it on a good track as well.
Anything else like your parlour phones? Nothing else there?
No, that's it. That's
cool.
Horse race.
The Carlian Cup over the mile is the start of the quaddie, where we see a few old whackers back. Interest again, another tough race.
$5 a field.
Can you stamp anything here? Or?
No, I can't stamp anything. I've got it down to 2. Non-conformist, the second and third favourite, and overexposure.
Yep.
One resuming non-conformist, which was pretty good at last prep on a few occasions, and overexposure, who has been building this prep to win well last start. I'm slightly leaning towards overexposure just because of that hard edge fitness that it does have on its side. It's drawn well here, and I suspect it'll be put into the race at some stage and will give it a start for its money.
Same, yeah. A lot of stays resuming here. Non-conformist is one I just and gate, given it's gate 1 as well, probably going to be back in.
Yeah, hard to catch.
And out of play. Overexposure should have beaten Vacillator, in my opinion, 2 back. We backed it off that, and it won quite softly. And I think gets the right run here. Of the resumers, I thought Miami Bounce trial was really good behind Sir Dragonet. Really like the trial there. Any soft is a tick. It doesn't look it's going to be that way unless we get a storm throughout the day. And then Vacillator's Flying is tied to overexposure. So they're the 3 main ones. Best of days down from Sydney. Any thought there?
No.
Just had enough of that horse.
Yeah, probably not one I can
3 years
catch.
between wins.
Yeah, 3 and its favourites. So I can steer clear of that.
Yeah, I think I like the each-way prices around the 4 and the 9. Miss Siska's trialled pretty well, actually, for Matt Smith. I'll just mention that as well. But the 2 we've outlined are the 2... I guess, are we playing the Group 2, Kevin Heffernan? This looks a little bit of a easier task for both of us. Do you want to do the honours here? Are you going to declare this, or you?
No, I'm not going to declare anything here. It's a good race, but look, again, come down to 2 horses, Probabeel and Sierra Sue. I think they're the best 2 horses in the race. Probabeel, we know how good Probabeel is. If it can get a quiet run, it's drawn in 11, which is not ideal here. I would have liked to see it be a little bit closer to the rails than that. Sierra Sue, so they'll probably both go back a little bit, do you think?
Yes. Sierra Sue might go across. It's got the pace to go across, but first up, if it's jagged, I think it It's out of play.
For last start.
Yeah.
When it won, not last start, the start before that.
Along the fence.
And didn't have a lot of luck. It didn't really like the heavy going against Colette back in Rose Hill, but prior to that at Flemington was amazing. PROBABEEL for me. Again, it's got a lot better form than these. Hopefully they'll go along at a decent clip. I'm assuming something like Bam's on Fire or something will lead. Hopefully at a decent pace, PROBABEEL can get in, and it and Sarah Sue will probably come with the runs together.
Yep, I'm stamping PROBABEEL. I think this is an ordinary race. PROBABEEL's in the conversation for one of the best horses in Australasia, let alone best mares. This is mares grade. First up last time, just missed behind Rahir, and first up prep before just missed behind, a length off Libertini, who would probably start odds on here if she's at her best. Only concern is bigger goals down the line if she's being saved for some 2,000 metre races. If she's ready to go, she'll win this. And I think it's $4, isn't it?
$4.60.
That's a great bet. Easy bet to have, because if she wins this, she would probably start that. She would, if she was in a CF Orr, she probably starts $5.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
Yep.
If Sir Dragonet's favourite, she probably starts
easily
second favourite.
Yeah, I would have.
So you're getting nearly $5 for in mares grade.
Yeah,
is the simple way I've looked at it, and easy bet for me to have. I'm not going to really add much more because I'm quite keen.
Yep.
The Group 1 feature, the CF Orr Stakes, first Group 1 of the season, won in the past by Lonro, Typhoon Tracy, Black Caviar, All Too Hard, Blackheart Bart, Hartnell. For a Group 1, it's probably not one we have to talk a great deal about, is it? I think off the trial, this is a superstar horse, won the Cox Plate in a canter, trialled sensationally, and this is an ordinary Group 1.
Isn't it? Isn't it?
Who's going to beat it?
I don't know.
No one is the answer. Yeah. So Sir Dragonet will win.
And Streets of Avalon as third and fourth favourite at $6.50, $7.50. Crosshaven.
And they're both $4. Going around in Imaging's not Imaging's fresh up Waller, but like Streets of Avalon's a off-season horse.
Yeah.
Off-season group horse. There's just nothing else here.
I don't know why they're shorter than a horse like Sovereign Award, to be honest.
Crosshaven, because it's a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
They love the 3-year-olds in this race, and it did trial very well.
But I mean Imaging and Streets of Avalon.
Oh yeah, couldn't touch them. The rest, do we need to talk about anything else? This is a good horse. It's trialled up. It's come back well. Any stinger, if they do get Storms that loves the wet, Glenn Boss is in love with it. And when Boss is on in a Group 1, he's as good as anyone. Do we need to say much more?
That's it.
Just wins. Sir Dragonet. Very good. Let's wrap up the day with the sprint, race 9, 1,100 metres, the Rubiton.
Good horse.
He was a good horse, and I didn't make any notes because I don't know why. Just sort of scratched my head. Did you have an opinion?
Yeah, I did.
Grade 1?
I like Ghana.
Yes, okay.
So won its trial in South Australia and looked pretty good. Horse that I quite often follow. Was okay last prep. A bit mixed form. Prior to that was very good. But this is, again, pretty open race. It's drawn well. It will, if it gets the right run, can win. Sometimes hard to catch, depending on how it's come back. Open race, Howie Manic will probably take up the running. For me, Ghana. Yeah,
great. Not going to add much more. Grey Worm trialled well, second pick. They were the two I found, really. Viridine, I don't know, it is going okay, but it was disappointing, I thought, not catching Streets of Avalon last start.
100%.
So 4 from 2 for me as well in what I hope is a good betting day tomorrow at Caulfield.
Yep.
Let's do your quaddie in Melbourne.
Yep.
If you want to take the reins there and talk us through it.
I will. I'll do my quaddie for you. My quaddie numbers are first leg, 2, 4, 7. Second leg is 1, 3, and that's it. Third leg, I'm standing out the 2, and I'm going a little bit wider in the last leg. I'm going 2, 4, 6, 7, and 10.
2, 4, 6, 7. So it's about 24 combos. So, you're getting twice your Twice your quaddie if you whack $50 on that. I'm hoping it's a good day. I think my day will be all around Sir Dragonet as well. We'll make that my best. At the price, I'm going to make my value Telluride in for the 2-year-olds. I think $14 is a good price, and pretty keen probably, as I've said as well, for me, for my tips. What about you?
Yeah, Sir Dragonet for me. My best of the day. My value is in the last Ghana.
Yeah.
About the $6.57 mark, I reckon you'll get. So that's my 2.
Fantastic. Let's mention progroupracing.com.au. Check them out as we head into autumn. They've got all the features covered for all of autumn. You can find their stuff there as well as on Facebook and Twitter. Give them a follow as well as give us a subscribe and leave us some comments on YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud, iTunes, TuneIn Radio, anywhere podcasts are found. You'll find us with our tips free every week, most importantly. And we've had a pretty good run of late, so hopefully that continues into autumn. We were talking off air that we might even look at doing some betting strategies or a punters club over the autumn carnival with the disappointing quaddie result. Like, we've been nailing a few quaddies, but the pools aren't that exciting unless it's a massive day, and
a bit some
of the results aren't as probably not even up to what you'd expect. So in terms of quaddie returns, so we might look at throwing out a couple of $100.
Mix it up.
Club. We'll throw it up there. We'll talk about this off air. But any ideas, write in. Here's my point. Leave some comments on YouTube or send us an email, and we might have a few ideas to tackle over the autumn carnival as we head towards the Blue Diamond and then the championships later in April. Should we head to Randwick?
Why not?
Where it is currently a soft 6. I don't understand how when
5.
Soft 5 when Caulfield's had 5 times the rain and is good. I think it'll play good. I don't think there's any rain
it looks
in
nice
Sydney today. And predicted storm tomorrow, Arvo, but it's been that way all week and hasn't turned up yet. So thinking it plays as a dry Randwick.
Probably get to good, I think.
It'll play good, I think. Where we kick off over the 1,000 metres with the Lonhro Plate. Do you have any, which was actually run by Supreme Idea last year?
Yeah.
Who stepped out on Wednesday and ran a place, I think. Do you have any thoughts on the first?
Nothing.
Just a couple of quick notes from me. Nothing I can really stamp. Nasdaq Dubai looked a little professional, pacey type from the trials. Conglomerate had the 2 short course trials. I don't know how the stable's going these days. The Snowdens have won the Magic Millions, but I don't know if I can back them anywhere else.
Yep.
And Avaricious trialled okay off the bat, and his big odds off debuting behind Entha were the sort of notes I'd made, but nothing I'm going to stamp there. We'll wait and see how the form out of that stacks up. 1,200 metre highway handicap race 2. Return of a decent horse here, I think. Do you like the favourite?
I do.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think another one will win. As highways are sort of generally not my go, but this looks one of the better bets.
Yeah. I'm not going to add much. We didn't do a great deal. I thought Nicky Rose was a big price that might jump on the lead and run away, as sometimes happens in these highways.
Yep.
But I think best horse is number 1. And
drawn well, got a claim.
Yep.
Tom Sherry, run of the race, should be winning.
Great. Race 3, the 1,000 metres, where there is probably another should-be-winning horse here. Is there, Beaver?
I'd like to think so.
Written Beauty. Little bit of a concern about what it was beating in Melbourne, but it was tailing them. Came back and trialled sensationally.
Is there anything more in this?
No,
Other
there's
than
not.
Space Boy will go like the clappers,
Yes.
but doesn't seem to be in the same form as it has been, and the rest you'd probably beat.
Yeah, there's nothing else here. Lack of opposition.
I'm surprised at $1.30. It should be $1.10.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd take $1.30, but
No, I agree.
there's nothing else here.
It's good. Tie its back legs together here.
Zanaya might run a place, and Space Boy will be on the bunny from gate 1 and probably run 2nd or 3rd.
Yep.
Nothing more needs to be said. Race 4 for the girls, benchmark 78 over 1,300 metres. This was a more interesting race. Do you like the favourite off Canterbury?
I do. I think both its runs have been pretty good.
Yep. Again, do you want to take it's evens now? Do you want to take evens?
Look, yeah, I probably do. Okay. Having a look around the rest of the market and what else is here, there's not a lot in this race. Only 4 horses under double figures. A couple of those are non-winners.
Yep.
Hard to beat.
Yeah, the two at double at big odds that I'll throw something small. Outback Diva was 3 wide last start.
Oh, please.
And okay.
Doesn't matter
In
how
average
wide
rate.
or it is.
And $14. The other one I'm going to back, because this is a pretty ordinary race, is Welsh Legends. What is it, 100 to 1? So 7 to 1 last night.
Yeah.
$67. It's trialled really well. It's never run over 1,300, but it's resuming here. John Van Overmist just probably not quite ready yet, but 2 trials have been good. This has been just missing behind the likes of Batiga, Lure Me In, and Mugger too, who would carry this field well and truly. And
Yeah, but neat further than this.
well, for an awful race, I'm just saying.
Trials, as you said, but it's
I'm
won
just
2
saying.
out of 20. Never started or won at the distance. Never won at the track. 0 from 3 first up. 0 from 3 second up. Obviously doesn't win often, and yeah, should be 100. Should be.
Well, I'll take the $20 a place anyway tomorrow. I'll buy you a beer when it gets there, when it runs third.
Okay, good. You won't be buying when you've done your cash.
That's all right. Your shout then. Even better. The sales restricted $2 million Inglis Millennium over the 1,100 metres. So Racing New South Wales get to claim this as a premium meeting and charge us all a little bit more.
Yep.
Do you have a thought on this wide open race with an odds-on favourite who I thought might be too short, but I could be wrong.
Nearly ran the track record. First up.
Did it?
First run.
Yeah, I suppose. There's nothing to beat here, though. No. That said.
Unfortunately, those three races, the second, third, they just look like favourites will win.
Yeah.
Who knows? Could be wrong, but
no, that's fine.
You're
allowed to tip it. Yeah. Nothing else to add?
No, nothing.
Tried okay. Tried well.
Yeah.
Ashima comes through a little bit, or at least a little bit stronger form, I think. But like you said, has got time on the clock. Profiteer, and they've come from everywhere to run for $2 million. And good luck to all connections. Race 6 is the Group 3 Eskimo Prince for the 3-year-olds. Now we get to see some good horses returning as well. The North Pacific trial was really weird, and I didn't know what to make out of it because you don't generally see horses pushed out for Team Hawkes in trials, and it was really revved up. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing because generally they let their horses cruise around. Probably should win this race. If it doesn't, I think Peltzer does. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think it's a tricky one because will Peltzer lead or will the face lead?
I think the face is quicker than it, but I think Peltzer gets very close to it.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't. Look, I'm going to have a sneaky bet on the face in this. Yeah. I'm going to hope the face goes to the lead and the other ones aren't fully wound up yet. Yep. We know Peltzer first up last start just chased home Anders and wasn't pushed along.
Yep.
So that may play into the face's favour. North Pacific, hard to get a line on. We know it's a good horse. We know it'll be storming home. Just hoping the other one I wish it was 1,100. Might just get a little bit of a break.
Well, I think that's fine logic to tip a fit on pace. To get around it's probably going to be a dry track and give a couple of maybe horses looking for wetter tracks.
Yeah, it's got a couple
something
of
to catch.
Kilo pull in the weight as well.
You have Vronelli probably sitting just on its back, and have a little bit of roadblock in the way as well.
Yep.
I defaulted the two, what I think is the two best horses, 3 and 1, but definitely can see your logic there, and it goes in the quaddie as well. The English Sprint for the 1,200 metres, which sees the return of sort of the partner in crime of North Pacific in Ole Kirk, the Caulfield Guineas winner back here, serious horse, in a set weight penalty race, and it has about 40 rating points on most of this field and should beat them. If the only thing I can see, only way I can see it getting beat is if Tommy tries to sit last and come down outside and wind up late and just miss. I think it's got a lap on knees. Using your face logic, the only danger is Dame Giselle, who will jump on pace and give us something to catch.
Yeah, when you say Tommy's on Dame Giselle.
Oh, sorry, who's on the Ole Kirk? That's J-Mac. Oh, J-Mac will be close enough then.
Yeah.
Tommy on Dame Giselle will lead. Yeah, will run second.
Yeah, I think you're right. Well, the Bopper's probably going to lead, right?
Yes, I think so. Bella Nipotine is a quick horse when it wants to be.
So there might be a little bit of pace up front. So Dame Giselle might just get the sit in behind them. Ole Kirk's going to have to give it a bit of a head start. and a couple of kilos. Yeah, it's a bit of for me. $2.30 and $3.90. If it stays that way, I'll probably just lean toward Dame Giselle just at the price.
Okay.
But I'd be super scared of Ole Kirk. I'll have to have a look at how the track's playing. If it's favouring anything more so on a little bit more on the pace, and it's a bit hard to come from the back. But if they're coming from the back, okay, I may change my mind at this point. Just slight leaning there.
There's just nothing else here, is it? This is off-season racing, but two
running around in midweekers.
Yeah, there's 2 Group 1 horses taking a midweek field here at set weight.
Yep.
Yeah, Ole Kirk will be given some of these 10 kilos in a handicap. Diwali Thoroughbreds Cup over the mile is race 8, where we see the short-priced all-time legends, where we saw the perils of Gate 1 last week, where it was very unlucky and just for our man Jason, the joys of having Gate 1 sometimes don't play to your strengths. Yes. Are you with the favourite, or are you looking to we spoke about Mount Popper last week.
Yep.
Can you give it a chance? Or?
I can give it a chance, but all-time legend for me. They're backing it up. So it suggests to me that still got plenty in the tank. Yeah, look, hard to beat, very hard to beat. Should get a better run this time, a little bit wider. Mount Popper, I'll have to give it a start. Don't know if I can get past it.
Yeah, it gets a switch out to Gate 10, so it'll probably go back to like at 1 first time where it can just come down the outside. I'm just starting to think I've got my money out of it. I don't know why. I've gone off it a little bit, but I don't. No reasoning. It's just a gut feel there. I can probably forgive Order again a little bit. It just got lost a bit and separated from the field and had to chase a long way out. The mile suits better than 1400. Mount Popper might end up being the best horse. I think the 3 chances, and again another race of some numbers. Race 9 is the mile as well. Benchmark 78. I just struggled with this race. Do you have any opinion, or are we going to the bar early?
Probably going to the bar early, and if I've throwing a couple of dollars around, I'll probably back Skylab with a saver on Pitchfork down in around the $15 mark.
Yeah, okay.
So just go a little bit of a play there, but Skylab in front. But if I'm chasing here, I'll be rather nervous. This is a race with just no form, and I just thought Ulysses at least leads. We'll get a lead here. It's pretty honest, and I think it's a decent price too. Yeah. $11. So for the sake of a tip, number 1 for me. Race I'm not interested in really betting in, to be honest. So hopefully we're in front and we can go and celebrate Sir Dragonet and Ole Kirk's win. I think the middle of the races there, 2 down to almost race 8, you're going to get
we'll have if we're not in front,
there could be 7 favourites win there.
We might be drinking for other reasons if we're not winning tomorrow.
Boogies could be bleeding from the backside.
Yeah. So not, as we sort of suggested, not a overly exciting quaddy day, but I'll throw mine out there for the sake of completing it. Leg 1 at 1, 2 and 3, into 1 and 10, into 3, 7 and 8, home with 1, 2, 3, 6 and 9. I could probably throw the face in there just because I like your logic. $50 gets you just under 55%. My best today, I'll make it Ole Kirk. And just because I can, Welsh Legend will be my value. Let's get into a place at 20s.
Good on you. Is that a jab in the ribs to me, mate?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice one.
What about yourself, best and value? On the show is your tips for Randwick.
Yeah, my value bet comes up in race 6, number 6, The Face. And my best bet of the day is race 5, number 1, Profiteer.
Excellent. Good stuff. The people want it. They demand it. They want the King in the North. From Eagle Farm, what have you got for us?
Yeah, I got 3 for you, Daggy. Can't let you down, mate. Race 4, number 1, Ligulate. Where was my next one? Came up in race 7, number 4, In Gear. And then race...
Oh, you've gone out on a limb there. What price was that? $1.40?
Yeah, this is a multi, mate. You're going to get the lot here. You're going to get the lot.
All right.
And race 9, number 4, Fisticuffs.
What's the first one playing? So you get about $7 or $8.
So we've got $2.70, $1.50. So you'll get about 12 to 15 to 1 on that.
Okay. If you really feel like it, throw a Morpheville Race 3, number 1, I Did It for Loving over there. You're getting about 220, and Race 9, number 1, Pindaric from over at Morphinville.
Pindaric is my best in more.
So hopefully a good betting day. Hopefully,
I'm quietly confident that that's a problem. I'm usually go better when I'm not so confident.
Yeah, the midweeks where we have no idea, we tend to have better days, but we've declared a few. It's been good. Excited to see some good horses back, and we're going to head deeper into the Autumn Carnival, both Melbourne and Sydney. Subscribe to Show Us Your Tips on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, and check out ProGroupRacing.com for their free tips as well, and their extensive form guides and news. Anything you want to finish on?
No, that's good, mates. Exciting days.
Beautiful. All right, take care, punters, and we will chat to you on Tuesday night for some midweek racing. See you then.